Hello and welcome to On a Storyteller's Night. My name is Josh, joined as always by my co-host Nathan.
Hello.
How have you been the past week?
Busy as I always seem to be when I'm off work, but I got lots of gameplays and recording done, so I'm most of the way through that Alaska Gold Rush, is it?
Yeah.
Alaska Gold Fever. I forget the name of it. And it's actually not being released until tomorrow, and I've almost finished it. I think I'm on the last quest, so I've done quite well. But I still haven't finished Resident Evil because I've had too many other games to play. And then with No Man's Sky doing the Pokemon update as well, it's just too many things to play. There's so many things. And my car's in the garage and it's going to cost me about 550 quid. So that's, really joyful, really pleased with that, as you can imagine. But back in work today, so all back to normal. That's about it. Other than that, my new channel's still doing quite well. I'm
Bro.
almost at 2,000 subscribers. I'm now monetized, but I'll never get any money on it because all the copyright. So it is what it is. But so that's the 4,000 watch hours done and almost 2,000 subscribers. So I've opened up the Patreon on it. So if people want to support me, they can. So please go across and click the button. It's less than a coffee, so why not? Help me out. How about you, mate?
Well, not so much entertaining as yours. The past week I have been quite chill. I've done a lot of recording for Resident Evil 1 Director's Cut. I'm going to finish it either tonight or tomorrow. When it comes to personal stuff, the most eventful thing that the past 7 days have been today, funny enough. Almost broke my leg this morning. My dad ran me over. Literally ran me over. Left leg is a bit screwed up. I know. My left leg is a bit jacked up.
Just check. He didn't just take out insurance on you or something, did he? It's like no, just something to always check.
Yeah. Nah, that was a pure accident though, because he reversed directly into me, knocked me over, and I face planted the boot of the car that he was reversing into, whilst my leg was literally halfway under the tire. Luckily,
could have been worse.
Oh yeah, could have been worse. I've still got my leg. It ain't black and bruised. It ain't broken. It's just my calf is killing me. Every time I take a step, it's like, oh, my legs got very warm very quickly. Then I take I take my foot off the floor. It's like ooh, ooh,
Cantona, yeah. Bad.
But it's not been an eventful week for me. It's not been an eventful week for me for the past 2 to 3 weeks.
But that can be good as well, can't it? When it's half term and all that sort of stuff. So not too bad then.
Cool. You ready to get into it?
I am indeed.
The topic. So our topic today is as followed. I will get the share screen up now. Apparently I can't show them. They won't let me show them.
Really?
Right. We're going to be talking about WrestleMania and WWE.
Okay.
WrestleMania is next weekend.
Is it? I didn't even realize it was that close.
It's starting
coming up as well is the Cyberman charity match.
Cyberman charity match as well. It's on Friday or Saturday, one of the two. And WrestleMania starts on Saturday the 18th and Sunday the 19th. So I'm really upset I can't show the first 2 images that I've got. So instead, I'm going to
show that. That's very strange.
It just won't let me, mate. So we will do this instead. So let me just get this up. WWE. Almost there. Right, I wonder if I can share screen this. Oh, I most certainly can. Boom. Here's night one of WrestleMania this weekend. So what we are going to do is we're going to look at night one and night two, and we are going to give our thoughts on the people involved, the first match compared to the last, etc. And we're also going to choose and predict who we want to win. And then there's something else at the end once we've looked and talked about the two.
That'll be very much dependent on if I even know who half these people are.
Yes, and which is why I've got something else at the end for us to do. So, well, this is in no particular order. I know the order, but not off by heart. I just know by image. But I know for a fact the first match will be the Usos, Jimmy and Jay, and LA Knight against Vision, Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and ISO Speed. So
ISO Speed's wrestling.
He's been putting in the work with Randy Orton behind the scenes.
I know, I've seen a little bit of that.
Well. So, with that match in mind, which team do you think is going to win that match?
Unfortunately, it's probably going to be them winning it. I really hope it's not.
I'm completely opposite. I'm opposite here. I want Logan Paul, ISO Speed, and Austin Theory to win. And the reason why I'm saying that is because literally last week they won the tag team championships. If they've just won it, I do not want to see them lose in WrestleMania. Thankfully, they're not on the line.
WrestleMania's for.
Exactly. That things can happen at WrestleMania that you might not think.
I'm just kind of like against the whole influencers becoming wrestlers. Yeah, he's putting some work in now, but these other people have put the work in, going around the circuit and doing the job, and they're just kind of picking it up now because they're famous, and it's just a bit
so
influencers doing stuff.
You're going for these three. I'm going for these three.
Yeah, at least I know I've heard the Usos obviously and LA Knight, and I much prefer them to win it.
Okay, so the next match is Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, Nia Jackson Lash Legend, Bailey and Lyra Valkyria, and then the Bella Twins for the women's tag titles in a ladder match. Who do you think might win that match?
Well, I've only heard of two of them, and that's the first team. So, and it's Charlotte Flair, so we all know who she is. So yeah, I'd have to go with her anyway.
Okay, so you're going Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss.
Just because I don't know who the hell anyone else is.
Okay, I'm going to go the Bella Twins. I generally think the Bella Twins will win on Saturday. And the reason why I'm choosing the Bella Twins is because Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss lost it to Nia Jackson Lash Legends, the current holders. So that's that one done. Then we've got Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu. Who do you think will win that match, mate?
I only know one of them. And that's the first one.
That's Drew McIntyre.
Yeah. No idea the other guy is, so...
Okay, fair enough. I can see an occurring resemblance with these here, but then again, that's what I've got the second part for.
Yeah, because I've not really followed wrestling for a while. I've watched a little bits recently, but it's just not drawn me in like it used to. It's very formulaic these days and just a bit, I said, with all the influence and everything else, it's not as... I don't say realistic because it wasn't in the 80s. It was very kind of cartoony.
Yeah.
But now it's gone... I don't know. It's just...
The only leeway that I can give WWE and wrestling in general in the past 5 years is that it's been less predetermined and obvious, and it's more...
Sometimes.
Sometimes. But that's what I'm trying to say, is that it's not like, oh, you see a match and you already know, oh, this guy's winning, and you've watched them wrestle. They're telling the story too, obviously. But as of recency, it's been quite unpredictable, and that's what wrestling should have been like, unpredictability with still a bit of predictability inside of it. So for me, however, I want Drew McIntyre to win, but I have a feeling Jacob Fatu will win. So I'm going to say Jacob Fatu. The next match, we've got AJ Lee the Women's Intercontinental Champion versus Becky Lynch. Who do
I
you
have
think?
heard of them both, but I don't really know much about them. I've heard of AJ Lee. She's the champion, so I'm going to go Becky Lynch.
Likewise. And the reason why I'm going Becky Lynch is because Becky Lynch has lost 3 matches in a row to AJ Lee, and this is going to be their 4th match.
Yeah, so it makes sense.
It makes sense.
At WrestleMania as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Next up, we have got Stephanie Vaquer, the Women's World Heavyweight Champion, versus Liv Morgan, the Royal Rumble winner. Who do you think, mate?
Well, I've only heard of Liv Morgan, so... And I think this is one of those things, a lot of the time WrestleMania was about changing hands and that sort of thing, and that a lot of the time the big sort of chance for people, especially if she just won the Royal Rumble, this is a chance to get the belt, blah, blah, blah. There's kind of a common theme in it.
Well, Liv Morgan's won it twice in the past, but I want to see it a 3rd time, so I'm also going Liv Morgan, mainly because Stephanie Vaquer has barely had any good matches with her reign, so I think it's time to pass it over and then retry it with Stephanie at a later date. Then we have Seth Rollins versus Gunther, the legend, the career ender who ended John Cena's career, Goldberg's.
Yeah, which was a bit of a washout.
AJ Styles.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who do you think's going to win there?
I don't think he's going to win it, Gunther. I don't know. I think they're kind of easing him out of it a little bit.
Okay,
so now he's ended some of the careers and so on. Yeah. I think he's getting to that point where it's very gimmicky. He doesn't look the part for current kind of WWE champions. You know what I mean? He doesn't look like the right kind of fit for it. So I think they use him as a shock value. It's like, oh my God, he's just ended his career. But that's all they're going to use him for. He's just a gimmick.
So you're going Seth Rollins then?
Yeah.
I'm also going to go for Seth Rollins. For me, it's the reason behind my decision is more story based. For people who don't know wrestling, you have heard the name of Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar. Paul Heyman, I think, hired Gunther to take care of Seth Rollins, to keep Seth Rollins away from Paul Heyman. That's why I think Seth Rollins will win. Like, he's going to get to Paul Heyman no matter what. And
if Paul Heyman's got something to do with it, he won't let it die quietly, will he?
Exactly.
Something will happen in ring, so it could end up being disqualification or something else.
But I will also agree with what you're saying with Gunther. He's been a bit more of a major gimmick than a character. Gimmick over character. And I feel like if they're going to want to strive away from that career killer gimmick, they need to do a bit of a switch and make him lose to someone who doesn't want to retire yet.
Yeah,
which I think,
because when I've watched him, he's got a lot of technical skill, but it's the whole slap. It's pretty. Oh, it's it's so awful, and people can't recover from it. He's just slapping him on the chest.
It does hurt though.
Yeah, I know, but they act like it's some kind of big
the end of the world. Yeah,
and it's like he's just slapping you. To grow up a bit. It doesn't look that impressive, and you've got all the different kicks and everything else that people do, and he's just slapping you on the chest, which Ric Flair was doing back in the day. And you think, well, it's the same thing. It's a bit needs something a bit more original.
So going to our night one main event will be the WWE champion Cody Rhodes defending against Randy Orton with Pat McAfee in his corner, which is a big no. Wrestling has not been happy with this. Either way, who do you think's going to win this match?
See, I'd like Randy Orton to win it just because he's one of the original, one of the old ones that I know and used to watch back in the day. But he's also getting a bit old. I don't think Cody Rhodes is the champion they wanted. You know what I mean? He's good and he's big, but there's something missing there. There's something not connecting.
It's the heel side. Because when he went away and made AEW, he was the major heel. He built that company from the ground up, and he was the bad guy, even though that he was the suit. And since he came to WWE, he's been nothing but a good guy.
Which I don't. It doesn't work for
No,
me. It just there's some kind of disconnect when he's talking all American hero and everything else. It's like it doesn't feel genuine, which is what I
no,
don't
I
like about
agree.
it. If you're
It's,
gonna believe in somebody, you have to believe it. Hulk Hogan, the all-American hero, we know he wasn't. He was racist and everything else, but you believed the character.
yes.
Cody, he isn't believable in what he does, and I think they need to change him. He needs to lose in a big way to then go, screw this Mr. Nice Guy crap and turn around and do
I,
something else.
I generally think that Cody Rhodes lost his flair as a babyface at the beginning towards, like, I'd say towards SummerSlam when,
Mm.
no, I wouldn't even say SummerSlam, when he lost the championship to John Cena. When he lost the championship to John Cena at WrestleMania 41 in Vegas last year,
Mm.
and he was fighting to get it back. He lost all of the momentum. He lost the flair. So you're going Randy Orton, I take it.
Yeah, because that's
I'm
what I
also,
think needs to happen.
yeah,
Because I don't think Cody's not a believable all-American hero to be champion. They need someone that you can believe in. And Randy Orton is what it says on the tin. You know, he's the Viper. He's always been
yeah.
the same way. He's believable in the role, and that's what you need for wrestling. You need to believe in the character. You don't have to believe in their wrestling ability. You have to believe in the character they're playing, and it has to be like
I
that. And he's
mean,
just not that.
he's got the most dangerous three letters in all of sports entertainment, the
RKO.
RKO. But nah, I don't want Randy to win with how the story's been progressing, but I
Yeah.
know Randy's going to win, and I think it would be good for Randy to get his number 15. That
Yeah.
means he's just two behind John Cena, and I generally wouldn't be surprised if they
He's
tied that.
gonna, yeah, if not surpass it, because he's
Surpass
still
it.
going strong, isn't he?
Yeah, and
You
Randy,
know?
Randy Orton said he's not retiring anytime soon. He will
Yeah.
stay with WWE till he knows his body gives out, like The Undertaker did. He said
Exactly.
he will go WWE 110%, but his body will tell him to stop.
And from that era, there's not many others left that have
No,
been there that amount of time. It's like
nope.
everyone else is fairly new compared with him. You know, he is one of the big players, isn't he? So yeah, he needs to, but I think it needs to not Cody on his ass and him to go, I'm not, something will happen and he'll just be like, screw this. I think, Randy Orton's gonna cheat, do something. Something's gonna happen and nobody, the ref's not gonna notice. It's gonna be one of those kind of situations. He'll RKO him and then he'll just be like, this is it. I'm turning bad, and he'll go all black and something else. He'll change all his American stuff. Although he's got that stupid tattoo, so who knows?
The only way I see Cody winning in this main event is if he turns heel during the match and Randy turns face during the match.
Yeah.
That's the only way I
Yeah.
see Cody winning. Otherwise, he ain't winning.
The trouble is, for that to happen, somebody is bound to be in Cody's corner if he turns heel.
Yeah,
Who would be in his corner?
I don't know.
Who's there? It's not going to be The Rock. Thankfully, he's kind
No.
of given up with WWE at the moment. Thank God for that, because I can't stand him as well. But who else is there apart from like Paul Heyman? Whatever characters have they got that they can bring in to do that role? But you know what would be interesting if they brought back somebody to do it, somebody that's retired to then go in his corner and turn him heel.
John Cena,
Nah,
no.
he wouldn't turn. I'm
He's the
thinking more
host.
along the lines of somebody like Ric Flair or someone like that that can't do done the wrestling but wants to come back because he wants to wrestle because he's mental. But what if he didn't wrestle? What if he came back as more of a manager
As a
role?
manager role, yeah.
Imagine that. And he's the perfect person to turn somebody heel.
Oh yeah, God, yeah.
Let's be honest, he is like one of the biggest heels of all time. Imagine him in Cody Rhodes' corner.
I'm not gonna lie, if those two were heel together, it won't be the American Dream. It will literally be the American Nightmare.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I think. They need to do something big like that. That's unexpected and hearing that woo as he
Boom!
comes in and just imagine what would happen, like what Randy Orton would think of that. Because obviously, they've wrestled together many times, been on the same team and everything else. There's a lot of history there. So I think that would be an amazing way for him to turn heel. They're not
Yeah.
going to do something that bizarre, But I just think something like that needs to happen. Because
Agreed.
we've got these legends that aren't doing anything, and and he has said he wants to wrestle. He just had surgery and everything else, and he's had a bit of a hard time. But somebody like that, I think, would be an ideal person to come in and take on another role, because they used to do it all the time. Wrestlers would retire and they'd become managers and that sort
Yeah.
of thing. But they've not been doing that for a long time, have they? Wrestlers
No.
retire and they go off and do something in the background. Well, why don't we have some of them ringside? Someone like that who does lie, cheat, and steal all the time would be perfect.
Right, let me get the second night up. Night 2. Okie dokie. And here is our night 2 card. So, first match is for the Intercontinental Championship. We have got Penta, the current Intercontinental Champion, the new rookie, 21 years of old, Javon Evans, JD McDonough, Dragon Lee, Rusev, and Rey Mysterio. Now, I will state Penta has recently won the Intercontinental Championship, and he had a match last night in AAA in Mexico, their biggest main event. So, who do you think will win this first match?
Well, it's probably going to be him. If he's only just won it, I don't imagine them stripping it this quickly.
But then again, that's 3 plausible people that wouldn't mind taking it off him.
Oh, I'm sure, but
Dragon Lee and the Javon Evans are quite young. Rey Mysterio is in the twilight of his career. It would be nice to see him actually win the championship.
That's the other side of it. Are they going to give him one more win?
One more win, yeah. And he's going to retire in Italy, I think. Yeah. In the summer on this tour, he will.
So it would make sense for him to, but then to win it, he'd then have to lose it again.
Exactly.
In his final match. And is that the way he's going to go, or is he going to, or will he lose it? That person will lose it, and then he gets to fight that person again to redeem himself as his final match. So it's not a title; it's a
rematch.
The person that beat him, yeah.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they'll do that. So get the new guy to win it, and then the other guy to win it back off him, and then Rey Mysterio go against the new guy and kind of pass it. I think something like that is potentially the way they may go.
Because my pick is Rey Mysterio. I so want Rey Mysterio to win that match. Mind you, the last WrestleMania in Vegas last year, WrestleMania 41, he was meant to be in the WrestleMania. He got injured a week before. Yeah. So I think they'll actually give it him this time.
Yeah, because he won't have many WrestleMania. If he's retiring some, it'll be his last WrestleMania, won't it? So
yeah, it will be. So you agreeing with Rey Mysterio?
I think it makes sense him to win it. He'll lose it the next whatever comes up.
Yeah.
And then SummerSlam, potentially, if that's going to be his finale, he'll have a rematch against the person that took the belt off him.
His last appearance will be Clash in Italy on the road to SummerSlam. Yeah.
So that's what it'll be. I think it'll be a rematch against the person that took his title from him, but that person will no longer have the title.
Okay, I agree. The next one is the Beast and
Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar versus
Brock Lesnar. No matter who he's against, Brock Lesnar.
I'm sorry, but I'm highly disagreeing. I'm highly disagreeing. You should watch these two the past 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Obafemi's over. He gets chanted more than the big names like Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, CM Punk, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins. Obafemi's getting the bigger pops, the bigger roars, and Brock Lesnar has been working with Oba to make him look good. Brock Lesnar doesn't do that often.
No. Well, he does. If the thing is about Brock Lesnar, he is all about the business, isn't he? He will take the falls, he will do all of that, and the guy is absolutely insane. And he will, jump off the ropes and land on all the chairs and just like get back up and do something else. The guy is all about making the business look good. So yeah, if it's all about making the new guy look good, then he will 100% do that.
Yeah, but definitely. I don't think he'll win. I think Obafemi will win.
No, that's what I'm saying. If it's all about that, then yeah, he will.
Yeah, because
Give the
all
win.
their interactions, Obafemi has been forced down everyone's throats, and it's been the good kind, whilst Brock Lesnar has been forcing himself to work with this guy. And I know for a fact Brock Lesnar does not put over other people. He will do the bumps, he will do the moves, but he will refuse to put people over unless it's a John Cena like he did, or if it's a Roman Reigns like he did. And I wouldn't be surprised if he does it with Obafemi on Sunday.
Is that too scripted then, because that's what he's been doing?
Yeah, but then again, like you said, Brock Lesnar, he's a goddamn beast reincarnate. You can never take him with a pinch of salt.
Yeah. It might be that they'll want the guy to take another loss to then go for something bigger and come back like I'm, pushing myself, and do the whole develop his story to go towards a belt.
I lost against him, but I'm going to take my rematch. And as soon as I get that rematch and I beat him, I'm calling out the WWE champion.
Yeah, exactly. It may be they may do it that kind of way and be really close that he almost gets him, but Brock Lesnar does something that just pushes him over and pins him at the last minute. I think they might push it right to the wire like that. And then
I
almost got you.
That.
I'm getting you now. I'm coming back stronger. And he'll have a couple of matches where he just dominates and then takes Brock Lesnar down. It's like, right, I'm after the title.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar, I've got rid of that ghost. I'm now going for whoever who holds one of the champions.
Because sometimes that works better than somebody coming through and beating everyone and getting the title. For them to lose, especially if they're getting really big, everyone's like devastated and they want to see him come back and they'll push and they'll shout for him. And, it can often work that way as well, can't it?
Yeah, I can agree
Rocky
with that.
story, isn't it?
However, I'm still going to say Obafemi.
Still going to say, yeah.
As for you?
No, I think Brock Lesnar is.
Okay.
Like I said, I think that is a more interesting storyline than him kind of getting people, the step up. It's a bit kind of it happens a lot. It's like using certain people to end your career, using certain people to kind of leap start your career. It's kind of like a bit we've seen it before, so maybe a bit different would be more interesting.
Okay. The next one is the United States Championship match: Sami Zayn versus New Blood Trick Williams. Just for insight, like I did for the Intercontinental match, Sami Zayn recently won the United States Championship, but the crowd hate it. They hate the fact that he won it because the person that held the championship before Sami Zayn won was someone called Carmelo Hayes. And Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams were big rivals in NXT. And Sami Zayn, 2 weeks before WrestleMania, snatches his position at WrestleMania against his rivals. So, who do you think will win
here? There's a few the trouble is there's a few different ways you could see the storyline going. Either he gets beaten and loses the title, and then they can have the title match between the two. Or are they going to keep the crowd going mental and
mentally mad?
You can't beat me, and do that, especially since they came from elsewhere. You've got to earn it first before you can win one of these belts, mate. You've got to be here a while.
When it comes to what I said about Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes, there has to be a specific way for Cody to win, and that is obviously him turning heel mid-match. I think there's a similar stipulation. Sami Zayn, the only way I think he wins is if he turns fully heel, because at the moment he's neither.
Yeah.
He doesn't know where he is. This is his gimmick. He doesn't know if he's good. He doesn't know if he's bad, and it's been dragging on. And I think this will be a perfect time to execute which direction he's going to go. Is he going to stay face, or is he finally going to go heel? And if he finally goes heel, he'll retain. Otherwise, I'm saying Trick Williams will win.
Yeah.
And that's my choice.
Fair enough. Cool.
Next, we have WWE Women's Championship match versus Jade Cargill, the current holder, versus Rhea Ripley.
Is there really a question?
No.
There isn't, no.
Jade Cargill, I love you so much, but it's Rhea Ripley. I love Jade's work. I loved what she's been doing. I love her as a person. Yeah. She's such a nice person, but it's Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley is always going to be in it, let's be honest.
Swiftly moving on. The demon gimmick of Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio.
I just find him hilarious, Dominic Mysterio. He's so shit. You know, he really is. Let's be honest.
So context for this as well. Finn Balor, he got kicked out of the Judgment Day, which was the group he was with not Rey Mysterio, Dominic Mysterio. And Dominic Mysterio pushed him that far that he's released the alter ego of Finn Balor, which is the demon Finn Balor, which is almost unbeatable. Only one person's beaten him, and that's Edge. So, who do you think?
Yeah, but it's Dominic Mysterio. He's not good, but he cheats. Let's be honest. You know, it's like watching Eddie Guerrero in it sometimes. You know?
It's literally what they're trying to do.
But it's Eddie Guerrero was one of my all-time favorites. He was so fun to watch with his lying and cheating and everything else. He was just
I lie,
so
I cheat, I steal. I lie, I cheat, I steal.
Like there's so many things he do in the ring, like distract the ref, and then do something to someone, and then like throw it to somebody, and then fall over. Like, like,
oh no!
But he does it against like Rey Mysterio, and Rey Mysterio knew exactly what he'd do, and he'd throw it back to him and fall over. And it was just, it's that kind of banter. We are missing that kind of character. He's almost there, but he's not. He doesn't have the charisma.
No.
Or really the wrestling ability.
Well, he has the wrestling ability. I'll give him that. But the charisma, he doesn't have. And the reason why he doesn't have it is because the crowd won't let him talk on the microphone. He gets booed out the building every single time he puts the microphone up to his lips.
He's such a good character in it, that he is so hated for every reason, and he plays it wonderfully.
No, he doesn't play it wonderfully. He plays it perfectly. Mate, you can't be a heel without the crowd booing you, but you can't be as hated as Dominic Mysterio. Every time he raises the microphone to his lips, he can't talk. Through the speakers, you can't hear anything. It's just boo and boo and boo and boo.
To be honest, if this other guy's unbeatable, then he has to do something very, very cheaty to beat him, just because it's just what he does.
The only way to cheat a cheater is to cheat.
Yeah.
So I'm going Finn Balor.
I'm going to go with Mysterio just because I think Dominic Mysterio would be funny.
Okay.
And it would just make people hate him more that he beats the unbeatable, you know. But he'd have to do something over the top,
drastic,
ridiculous, that everyone goes, how did they not stop him? How did the ref not see that? How is it, how did he get away with that nonsense? There'll be somebody helping him or something else. Really, really ridiculous happens, and he'll win in the most ridiculous, insane, stupid way. And everybody like, what in the hell is this shit? That's how it's gonna. If he wins, that's the only way you can do it. And I just want to see that.
Finally, our main event of night 2, the bigger match, is the current world heavyweight champion CM Punk versus the head of the table Roman Reigns. I'm going Roman Reigns. I don't need to say it. He's the Royal Rumble winner.
Yeah.
And the reason why I'm saying Roman Reigns is because about 2.5, 3 years ago, he called that title the loser's title. He needs to make amends of that. He needs to fix that right now. And I think this is the best way.
Yeah, so I'd like CM Punk to have it a bit longer, because it's been a long, long road for him to get a title like that. Yeah. Let's be honest. It's been a long time coming. And I don't want them to strip it from him too soon.
The only So you're going CM Punk then?
I'd like him to. Roman Reigns, I think he's been done to death. He was a champion for so long. It's just like, what are they going to do? Another 5-year reign for him? It's just like, it was, you know what I mean? It was just kind of like, it was just him and nothing else. And I want them to avoid doing that. I think he needs to be put on his ass a few more times, because he's only just really come back recently, isn't he?
Yeah, and the thing is, if you win at WrestleMania and you win, bear in mind, never mind winning, but if you win a championship at WrestleMania, all the way up to SummerSlam, you need to be committed. You need to turn up. If you don't turn up, you're going to lose all of that momentum that you got at WrestleMania. Yeah. Like that. The blink of an eye, if you miss one show, you're getting.
And this is the thing, and he's starting to get into acting and stuff now as well,
yeah,
isn't he?
He is.
And that's my concern. CM Punk is there to do the wrestling. He's not there to build a. I know he's done other stuff as well, but I prefer to see him, because it is the twilight of his career. Let's be honest. He's been around the block a few times, so I think it'd be nice for him to hold it at least till SummerSlam.
I
just
can
so
agree
he
with that.
has
Yeah.
a little bit of a kind of run rather than them just taking it off him straight away,
So
which I think would be sad.
we will end that conversation right there, and we're going to go on
Rightio.
to our more, I wouldn't say debate, but I'd say choice. We'll go.
Rightio.
We'll always argue with what we're going to do next. It is another tier list, but this tier list is ranking wrestlers. We have our goats. So let me specify here.
Mm-hmm.
Our goats. We have 2 people that we can put here each.
Well,
We are
I know
not allowed
one
more
already.
than 4 people. Yeah,
Like,
we are not allowed more
instantly.
than 4 people in there. S is obviously S, and the rest is self-explanatory. So our first on the list is Nick Bockwinkel.
Nick Buckwinkle.
Yep, these are all legends in the game.
One. Don't even know who he is. He looks familiar, but I can't remember him.
He was 1950s to 1965 is when he
so
retired. I know that
way
much.
before
So
me,
he was
yeah.
just at the start of Vince McMahon.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Where
not a name
do
that
you think?
I've heard much. So C or D, I don't know the guy, and it's before wrestling became massive. So I don't know what impact he had, not known enough about him.
Okay. I'm going to accept C on the premise that before Vince McMahon took over his father's business, Nick Bockwinkel was one of the main guys that his dad relied on. So
Yeah.
I am going to say C, even though that he is probably the least known on this list.
Yeah. Okay.
So I will agree with C there. Next up is I think Kurt,
Well, Kurt hanging,
Hennig?
Mr.
Kurt
Perfect. Yeah.
Hennig, yeah.
Goat.
Mr. Perfect. That's
Don't
it.
even have to think about
You're
it. Goat.
putting him as one of your goats.
He is one of my goats. 100%, Mr. Perfect. Every time. Amazing wrestler, such a good heel. Everything about the guy was just amazing. I'm not talking about when he left and came back and the end of his career. But when he was at his prime, he didn't win the most, but he was so entertaining. It's like the promos he did as well, where he did everything perfectly. You know, he'd be at a basketball court and he could throw the ball from one end to the other straight into the hoop. He could throw a touchdown pass to himself. You know, there was all the ridiculous stuff he did, but he had such good skills as well. Look at the matches like him against Bret Hart, and they were phenomenal. The amount of wrestling ability that guy had, he was absolutely brilliant. I loved his finisher as well. The perfect plex was one of my favorite moves. German suplex, but he locks the hands and turns it into a pin as well. Absolutely, my all-time favorite wrestler.
Fair enough. Because now that you used one of your goats, bear in mind, I completely forgot to mention when you want to pick a goat, you nullify all argument. That's your goat. He's going straight to the top. No argument said. You get to say a piece on why, and that's it. I don't get to argue and try and see where we can rank to agree. Because you've chosen one of your goat cards, you've now got one more to make.
One left. Yep, no problem.
Next up is Ravishing Rick Rude. Where would you put Ravishing Rick Rude?
S or A, to be honest, because back in the day, he was good. He was really good. The way his career ended, not so much, but he was one of the really, really good ones. He was fantastic. S or A?
I'd say A.
A. No, that's fine.
For S, in my opinion, you need
to have the best of the best.
The top 20. I don't think.
No, possibly not. But he was one of the good ones back in the day. He was really good.
Okay, sweet. Next is Ron Simmons.
It's good, but I'd say more of a B. He was good, but he's not one of the ones I think that sticks out.
No, I perfectly agree. He's noticeable, well known for what he did. He didn't have a long stint in WWF at the time, World Wrestling Federation. He was there for about 4 or 5 years. But he won mid-card championships.
He was good, but he wasn't an A class, but he was definitely good. Yeah.
Okay, so B. Next up is Rick Steiner. I would personally put him B.
Yeah.
Because we know Scott Steiner. He's the more well-known brother out the Steiner bros. sense. But Rick Steiner, I'm going to say B. Would you argue, or would you be
No,
happy with
no,
that?
that is absolutely fine. I can see you've got next as
Okay.
well.
Shawn Michaels.
The
I mean,
Heartbreak Kid.
do we have to talk about Shawn Michaels? He
The
is
trouble
Mr.
is, right,
WrestleMania.
this is the thing. I'm tempted to make him my other GOAT. Shawn Michaels is just so good, but I'm gonna wait a moment because there
Okay.
are so many other ones. But he is potentially my second GOAT because he was so good. Loved him in the Rockers. That when he turned heel against Marty Jannetty in Beefcake's Barbershop, that was just one of the best all-time moments in wrestling history. There's very few moments that iconic in all of wrestling. Let's be honest, that was amazing when he did that kick against Marty Jannetty through the window. That was just like, oh my god, what did he just do? And he had an amazing career. He was one of the best out there. He was too full of himself, and he made many mistakes, and obviously hurt his back. But now he's giving back to the company full time.
Oh yeah, so
training new
he's
people.
in charge of NXT. Whatever,
Yeah.
literally WWE main roster are not involved. Whatever Shawn Michaels does in NXT is what Shawn Michaels does in goddamn NXT.
That's why I think he is potentially my second GOAT, because he is that important to wrestling. The stuff he did back in the day, the some of his matches are some of the best matches. It is costumes and everything else.
I mean, he's called Mr. WrestleMania for a goddamn reason.
The showstopper. Oh my god.
Next
And
up,
when he's knocked down and he gets up, like it's just iconic. And then
the kick up, yeah,
just brilliant.
Next up is the first longest and unbeaten longest WWE champion, Bruno Sammartino. Pre Vince McMahon era, but still, he is great and well known. I would say S, because he is the longest reigning champion.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Imagine what would have happened if he was a few years later.
If he was about 5 years later, I don't think we would be talking about S. I think he will be one of the GOATs. Next up, recently retired AJ Styles.
Don't know much about him, to be honest. He's kind of like in between the times I've watched, so I've not seen a lot of the guy, so I'll defer to you on that.
I'm going to put him in A. And the reason why I'm putting him in A for us is because he did it in TNA. He could win everything twice over in TNA. And John Cena says, and I quote, AJ Styles is my GOAT of wrestling. That sums it up. That's all I need to say, is that if one of probably arguably the best wrestlers in WWE say that this guy is his GOAT, that's clearly a reason why.
Yeah.
Next up, Andre the Giant.
Andre the Giant. He's got to be an S in there.
It is S.
It's Andre the Giant. Without him, we wouldn't have Hogan and everything else. It wouldn't be the same.
There's 3 people in all of wrestling that there wouldn't be wrestling. Vince McMahon, Hulk Hogan, and Andre the Giant. Without those 3, we won't be here talking today with this episode.
Yeah.
Next up, Dave Bautista.
He was good. Not S here, though, I don't think. Maybe only A.
I'd say A. I will agree with A.
He was really good, but he didn't take it far. And then obviously he became more of an actor and gave all that up. So that goes against him in that way, because I think to be S, you have to be completely dedicated to it.
Oh god,
and he's not, he's doing other things. I know he's older now, but he only kind of dipped in and out, really, didn't he? He was good, but nothing that kind of made him like, oh my god, this guy's amazing. He was kind of a bodyguard and a sidekick for most of his career. So
very true. But still, he had decent reigns and decent matches throughout his entire career, so we can't argue there. Next up is the Big Show. I'm putting that. I'd say B.
He's good, but he could have been better.
It could have been so much better, but
he never realized he was a giant. No, that's his biggest trouble. He never actually realized how big he is.
Yeah, Andre the Giant and the Big Show are gentle giants. That's exactly who they were. They were gentle enough to be a giant.
But Andre the Giant understood that he was a giant.
Yeah, but he was gentle.
How to do that. Big Show never really understood that he was so much bigger than everyone else. That's what I think let him down. It worked the character, and he was quite funny, like the whole stuff with Eddie Guerrero and all of that. Their rivalry was just epic. I know some of the stuff was great, but yeah, much more.
Next up is Bobby Lashley.
Don't know him well.
He is a very great wrestler, don't get me wrong, but I'm going to have to put him in C. Compared with everyone else on this list, all these people up here have done a lot more than Bobby Lashley has. Bobby Lashley, unbelievable talent, just wasn't used correctly.
Yeah, as often the way.
Booker T. Where would you want to put Booker?
A or B, I think.
Good. I'll settle
in
with A.
small parts.
I will argue A. I wasn't going to put him in B or S. I was thinking
no,
B.
can put A. No, that's fine because he's really good, but it's kind of like it has to be the right time for him.
Yes,
he's not one of those people that can just kind of step up. It needs to be the right storyline and so on for him to kind of take charge, and that's trouble.
Yeah. So next up, Jimmy Uso.
B or C. Yeah.
I'm disagreeing. Oh no, actually, I will put in B. Obviously, we're not going to reorder them. We're just going to throw them in. But if I could choose, I'll put Jimmy at the moment at the top of B, only because of what he's done for tag team wrestling. He is arguably the best tag team. Bret the Hitman Hart.
One of the best.
One of the best to do it, yeah. A shame
best there ever was, best there ever will be, as he says so himself. A phenomenal wrestler. Some of his matches are the best in history, like I said, against Mr. Perfect, against Roddy Piper. There's so many. Against Shawn Michaels, but maybe we shouldn't mention that one.
Let's put him there.
But he is one of the best of all time. His wrestling skills are just brilliant. And as a tag team as well, they were brilliant.
Next up, Brock Lesnar. I mean, it's got to be an S in my opinion.
I was going to say an A. Because he's good, but he's not utilized. And once again, to be an S, he needs to be committed to it. But he's gone off and done so many other things and gone away for a while.
I will agree there. I'll agree.
And I think that's to be. You need to be a wrestler through and through. Brock isn't. He'll dabble in other things that he thinks he's going to do. They won't ever use him as the greatest in there because he is just kind of like the big guy that they use to bash people down or get people to have a step up. So I don't think he's going to be S for that reason.
Okay, I'm agreeing with A though. Bubba Rudley. I'd put him B as well.
Yeah.
Personally, I'd put him B.
It's
and it would be the same.
Yeah,
it would be the same for their counterparts.
It's because they're predominantly tag team. I'm more looking at solo for this list.
Yeah.
Because the tag team needs to take into account both of them, and to make a tag team good, each person needs to be good at a specific thing to make it gel and work together. So often they don't work solo for that reason. So yeah, I'd put him there.
Next up, Chris Jericho. I put him at A.
Yeah,
I'm so comfortable with putting him in A. He's talented enough. He's won it, and he's doing other bigger things. And bear in mind, he is so old right now, and he's still wrestling.
That's the thing. He's dedicated to it, but he's never at the top. But he is dependable. If you're going to watch him, you're going to be entertained.
Yeah.
But you don't mind if he loses. Because it's still going to be a good match. It's not about I want this guy to win, like Bret Hart. You want to win, and things like that. He'll show up. You'll have a good time. That's kind of where he is. So I think A is perfect for him.
Christian, I think B for Christian.
B. Yeah, that's fine.
Great with Edge, but as a singles, he won the big gold World Heavyweight Championship once or twice, and I was never a big fan of Christian, but I know his worth, so I'm saying B. Yeah. The other half of the Hart, Owen Hart.
Owen Hart, such a tragedy, that guy.
I know.
He was really good. He was good at being the heel as well. He played that part really well.
See, now this is where I'm going to say I think he's the lesser known brother.
Oh yeah, 100%. He wasn't there as long. He started a lot later, and obviously his career was cut very short.
So I'm not going to. Yeah, I'm thinking A. I won't put him in S. No. He doesn't, as much as he is a legend.
He is a legend, but he's not quite there. He was really good. Don't get me wrong. His abilities were amazing, and he was willing to take chances. Hence what happened to him eventually. But yeah, definitely A.
Next up is CM Punk. I'm going to say S.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
I mean, he had one of the best and longest WWE title reigns, and I mean, like, come on, the pipe bomb. That's GOAT for a reason, and considering that he's one of the best workers on the microphone as well.
Yeah, exactly. He's earned the position, and he's put in the hard work to be there. Definitely.
Yeah. Cody Rhodes, at the moment, I'd say A.
100% A. He hasn't found his gimmick yet.
No.
He's been kind of
if he
pushed
brought
into
his
it, but not in the right way, I don't think.
if he brought his heel self from AEW back to WWE, I think we're talking a different conversation.
Yeah, because he is very good. He's talented. He's got the moves. He's got the ability. He's not bad on the mic. You know, he's okay. He's not one of the best, but he's reasonable enough. But yeah, he's just not in the right place.
Okay, next up is Daniel Bryan or Daniel Bryan. God knows what happened to my brain there. Daniel Bryan. So do you know Daniel Bryan?
Not really. I've heard the name, but I don't know much about him.
He was like going against WWE, against the authority figure, and he was very well known for his technical wrestling, like Kurt Angle-esque wrestling, but Vince McMahon never gave him a chance. But for what he's doing at the moment in AEW, it's 100 times better than his work in WWE. And you might not know him, but I do, and I'm going to say A.
Is that for him being in WWE or for what he's doing now?
We're talking about as a whole here.
Well, that's what I'm asking. It's on what they've done while in WWE or elsewhere. Is this a WWE tier list or a general wrestling tier list? That's my question.
No, it makes more sense as WWE.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about WWE at the beginning. If it's WWE based, he's going to C.
Let's see. That's what I'm saying. It does change a lot, depending. Like Cody Rhodes, if you look at other wrestling, he might be higher.
Yeah.
But in WWE, they're not utilizing him in the right way.
No. Sheamus. You know Sheamus?
Yeah.
I'd put him at B.
Yeah, that's fine.
I would put Sheamus at B.
Ginger's going B.
RVD, Rob Van Dam.
Oh, Rob Van Dam is good, but I don't think he's one of the best of all time. He's one of those ones. He's always entertaining. He's always okay. You kind of know what you're going to get, and it's a bit gimmicky.
You see, I'm looking at the people in A. I don't think Rob Van Dam.
I think B.
I think B. I agree. I think B for Rob Van Dam.
It's like he's the poor man's sort of Bret Hart crossed with Jean-Claude Van Damme. You know, he's like a mixture of the two that didn't quite hit either of those.
Agreed. Next, the game Triple H.
Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Yep, I'm saying S.
Yeah, I remember when he first started. Oh my God, those first. When it's Hunter Hearst Helmsley and he came in like with posh and everything else was so stupid. Well, better than being French like he was originally, I guess.
Yep. Now we have got Dean Ambrose. If we're talking WWE, we're talking B. But personally, I'd put him in C.
Yeah, put him in C then. I don't know who he is, so that's fine.
Drew McIntyre. I'm going to be biased. I'm going to say A. On the premise, over COVID, Drew McIntyre carried WWE to survive. They thrived through COVID because of Drew McIntyre. We've got the other half of the Dudley Bros, so we're going to put them there.
It's got to be in the same place, yeah.
Same place. I'm using my GOAT. I'm putting the current generation's number one at the head of the table. I'm putting Roman Reigns at one of my GOATs.
Okay.
Next up is Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah, it's got to be S. There's
S,
it's S or GOAT. It's S.
Yeah, but bear in mind, we've only got one GOAT each left.
I know, and we've still got Undertaker and people to come. Yeah, that's the thing.
John
Cena and
although I am going to say for heel, he is undoubtedly the best thing since
100%. He was brilliant. Everything he did, he was amazing. He was such a sad loss.
Next up is Edge. I'm going to say S as well.
Yeah, he's one of those ones. He's been there for so long, and he's always bringing it. Yeah, you can't fault the guy. Definitely.
John Cena.
It's going to be an S as well, isn't he?
S. I would put him in GOAT,
But we only have a few of
we
them.
only
There's
have
some
one
big
each,
names
and
coming yet.
yeah, I mean, like, come on, you know who my next GOAT is.
Unless I beat you to it, that's what I'm saying. It's like, "Ugh."
The father of Cody Rhodes, Dusty Rhodes.
Dusty Rhodes.
I'm going to say B, you know.
Yeah.
I know he's a legend, and I know he can tangle.
But he was just
guys.
a fat guy that went like that with his elbow on people's heads.
I mean,
that's really it.
He's the champion that never actually won.
Hmm.
He won, but didn't get the championship. He won, but didn't win. So I am going to say B. And his stunt in WWE was long, yes, and he's a legend of the game. But
I can see the next one, and I've been holding out for this one. Yeah, exactly.
Right, next, Yokozuna. I'm going to put Yokozuna.
I noticed we didn't talk about Goldberg whatsoever. Just D. Can we make one below D just for him?
Got you.
Oh, he's just oh.
Gold.
Let's call it shite.
I'm just Goldberg.
Such a stupid gimmick, such a stupid bloke, it's a stupid wrestler. Oh my god, nothing about the guy's good. His name's stupid, he looks stupid, he acts stupid. Oh no, it's just
so Yokozuna is our next one to talk about. I'm gonna say A. He didn't win much, champion or gold, but he has done so many matches where he's always been the highlight.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say A on that premise.
Yep, that's fine.
Sami Zayn, WWE wise, like you've mentioned earlier that you don't really know Sami Zayn that much. I am gonna say he is B.
Okay.
He's won mid cards and that's it. Bray Wyatt, may he rest in peace as well. But Bray Wyatt, I'm gonna say B as well.
Okay.
I'm sure you agree. If you know, do you know Bray Wyatt?
A little bit, not a lot.
The Fiend. But yeah, we won't linger too much on death. Kane.
Oh, S. Easy S. He has to be. Kane is amazing. Just everything about the guy. Just his ethics towards the sport and everything else. He's just one of those amazing people.
Oh, definitely. He had the most matches in WWE still as well.
Amazing guy.
And most eliminations in Royal Rumble. So he's done decent stints as champion. Next up, Goldust. I think he joins his brother, Cody. Yeah. He joins his brother, Cody Rhodes, definitely. Yeah. Go, I beat you to it. Screw you.
Yeah, it would be. That's the one I was waiting for. I figured you'd probably use him as GOAT. It's like, it had to be, didn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It really had to be.
Definitely. I would. So far, I'm really liking the GOAT list, by the way. I'm really liking that list. The Ultimate Warrior.
C.
I go, oh, do you know what?
C or D. He's not as bad as Goldberg, but he did bring, the thing is, he brought a lot of people into watching wrestling. You know, him and Hulk Hogan, it was a big thing back in the day. You know, he was massive, but you know, the toy lines, the video games, everything was Ultimate Warrior. He was everywhere. He was so marketable.
No, I'm not agreeing with C. For what he's done in WWE, I'm saying B.
Yep, no, that's fine. For wrestling ability, Goldberg. But for what he brought to wrestling his first time around, not when he came back.
Yeah.
For the first time around.
Hulk
when
Hogan.
He's full of steroids. Goldberg.
We have to acknowledge this.
Yeah, it's got to be
Goldberg saying no matter what. There is no argument. But Hulk Hogan is.
It's got to be. As racist as he was, without him, we wouldn't have wrestling that we've got today. There's no way. It just wouldn't be there.
Agreed. Next up, Rikishi. I'm going to say A. I will say A. Do you agree or do you want B?
I think B. He was just a big guy. You know? Just sat on people. That was his gimmick. And he often did it when he shouldn't have been doing it. That's the trouble. He wasn't that.
I'll agree there.
You know, he'll sit on somebody in the middle of the Royal Rumble. It's like, why are you doing this?
Well,
it was a bit stupid.
We've got about 15, 20 minutes left, give or take. We ain't got that much left, so we may as well just finish this. There's really not that much left. Next up is Vader.
Underutilized. He was good at points, but they didn't use enough of him. I think.
But his but his stint was still amazing, and for that, I'm going to say A.
A. Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
Yeah, he might have been one of the worst people to work with in the ring because he was stiff. Yeah. Everyone I've seen interviews, everyone that's been in the ring with him says, I got hurt because of Vader.
Yeah, exactly.
Next up is Jake the Snake Roberts.
The Snake. He's one of the big ones. He's got to be S or A, at least, because he was, back in the day, he was one of the big names.
You know what? I'll go S.
And his signature move, DDT.
Yep, it is.
He brought that forward.
Next up,
Nature Boy.
Nature Boy. S. Yeah.
Gotta be.
I have a feeling I know who you're holding out your last goat for.
Yeah.
JBL. I'm not gonna lie, I really dislike JBL. I do not like him at all. And it's even worse that he was champion on my birthday in 2005.
But he was good back in the day. He did bring a lot to it. The storylines with him and so on. He was really good at what he did.
He's not S.
No,
definitely not. And I'm looking at the people with A, and I don't think he fits in A either. But then again, where would you put him?
It's A or B for me. He was good, but again, it had to be specific kind of storylines for him to work.
Well, I'm going to say B, considering that we've both said B at some point, so we'll go B. Next up is Umaga. May he rest in peace as well. Samoan, like Rikishi. But Umaga was better than Rikishi. So for that premise, Umaga's there, we're putting Rikishi's there, so we're putting Umaga there. Jeff Hardy. I'm going to say S.
Yeah.
I'll say S.
The only thing that lets it down is when he let the business down.
Yes, agreed.
So that for me would push it into A, because S is all about the business. He wasn't. He was a lot more selfish, and he brought distribute.
No, I'll agree.
I think
I'll agree.
Ability and entertainment, great, but he did some things that he should not have done and kind of put a stain on the business to me.
Yeah, I'll agree there. The other Uso already going with his twin brother. Big Daddy Cool, Diesel Kevin Nash.
He was good, but again, he was more of a sidekick to
he was
people. So I think close to Batista or B, either or, because they're kind of similar kind of characters.
I'd say A, yeah. I'll say A.
I think they kind of, you put the two together as a tag team, and that would be like, oh my god,
Kofi Kingston. Right. Do you know Kofi Kingston?
I have heard the name. I'm trying to. Is that the guy that keeps getting thrown out of the Royal Rumble, but always managing to survive? Is that him, or is that somebody else?
That is correct. I'm going to say S, and the reason why I'm saying S is because him and his group, the New Day, are the best tag team going in all of wrestling.
And just the fact that he is known for surviving the Royal Rumble after getting thrown out so many goddamn times. With stupid reasons. That's the thing. It was just really ridiculous reasons he wouldn't have one foot on the ground as well.
I'm half tempted to try and ask if we can put the Usos to A, because when we talk about the New Day and Kofi Kingston being number one, they're either number one or two, because they're either number one or two as well. So I
think he's got more reasons to outshine. So I think keep it as is, because they're a tag team. It's like a lot of other tag teams. They're kind of tag team, but by themselves, they don't really do it.
The only two people of the number 1 and 2s to win an actual main event championship is Kofi Kingston and Jey Uso.
Yeah, but I don't know Jey Uso.
So Kofi, he won the big one. He won the WWE. Jey Uso won the World Heavyweight, and WWE.
Yeah, there was the whole thing after he won the Royal Rumble, and then he didn't actually get the title, and there was.
Exactly.
That was all stupid. So you can say where he is.
Kurt Angle.
He's got to be an S, isn't he? Kurt Angle is just brilliant.
We don't even need to talk about it.
He's just so hilariously funny, and he's up for anything. It's what I love about the guy. Like that little cowboy hat he had on with the sheriff badge and all of that stuff. The guy was just everything about the guy was brilliant. And the fact that he was an Olympic winner and wrestling with a broken neck, for God's sake.
Oh God,
amazing stories. It's like that guy is he's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Mark Henry.
I can't help but laugh now because of the Sidemen.
Sidemen, yeah.
I just see that girl now, like, oh.
Mark Henry, A. Would you
Yeah.
agree with A?
Yeah, it wouldn't be any higher.
The other Hardy, gotta go with his brother, just like
Yeah.
the other tags.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
ooh.
got to be an S, Mick Foley.
Oh yeah, Mick Foley is
What he's done,
S.
he's got to be an S.
I love what he's done, by the way, with recency. He's left WWE because they've gone more Trump, pro-Trump, and he's left WWE entirely because of that. Very noble, and I agree with everything of that.
Yeah, definitely.
Randy Orton.
S.
Agreed.
I'm still decided on my GOAT because there's so many to choose from.
I mean, we're on the last stretch now down here. This is the last stretch. Macho Man Randy Savage.
He's one of the original ones, along with Hulk Hogan and everyone else. He has to be up there because he's just, and he was in Spider-Man.
Agreed. Rey Mysterio.
S. Gotta be.
Ricky the Steamboat Dragon.
A.
I would agree.
He was
with
good,
A.
but not quite S here.
The Rock.
We put him with Goldberg. I just can't stand the guy. He just annoys
Goldberg stays where he is. Everyone else has an argument.
All right, well, he can be in D then. I just don't like The Rock. The people's elbow just annoys me. Everything about the guy annoys me. His face, his eyebrows, his fake muscles. He just bugs me on every level. And the fact that he keeps going, I'm going to be in charge of WWE, and then he buggers off and does something else. It's like it was the whole big thing with Cody Rhodes and John Cena turning heel. And what else did he do after that? Nothing. That's why he deserves to be there, because he just screwed with it.
I highly disagree with the D. Yeah. I would give him S at a push, but I would definitely put him in A. The reason why I say S at a push is because he is the best mic worker.
Put him in A because he doesn't deserve S.
All right, I'm happy.
It's the way I look at it. Because of things like that, him coming back as the big bad boss and all that, the final boss, and then buggering off and never to be seen again. It's just like, it's this whole ethos, like when he's doing the movies and he has to have it in his contract that can't be defeated. It's just like, I'll grow up here. Like, seriously. What are you, Donald Trump? Just doesn't.
Roddy Piper.
Oh, he's got to be S. Roddy Piper was amazing.
Scott Hall, or what does he know is known as?
Razor Ramon.
Razor Ramon. Where would you put Scott Hall or Razor Ramon? Because for me, it's clear A.
Yeah, I think A. You've got one missing from that era. Where's Sid?
Oh, Psycho Sid. This is just a random list that I've got.
But don't you think he looks like Reacher?
Yes.
They look like they could be twins. It's crazy.
Next up, the more known Steiner brother, Scott Steiner, and I'm going to say A.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
His brother's B and he's an A. Seth Rollins, my current favorite for like the past 2 to 3 years. But do you know what? I'm going to put him in. I would argue S.
That's fine. If you think he deserves to be an S, then
the reason why I'm saying S is because I know this argument is going to cause a bit of an uprise and uproar, but he won Money in the Bank twice, successfully cashed in twice, had the 2 most memorable cash-ins twice, and he's won the WWE Championship and World Heavyweight Championship on multiple occasions.
It makes sense.
There you go. Now this is where I'm going to get a bit upset. We spoke about WWE. Sting did fuck all in WWE, so I think we've got a first D.
Yeah.
He literally had about 10 matches his entire stint at WWE. And like, come on, mate, you're a legend, and you didn't. Oh, well. The Great Khali.
Yeah, you can stay there as well. Definitely.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
S. It's got to be an S.
You've got one go.
Stone Cold. I know, and I'm going to move HBK up there.
All right.
Just like I was going to do.
I'm not hate that. I can't remember his name for the life of me.
Well, you can put him next to his tag team partner.
Oh, no.
If you want to. He's not really as good, so he'd probably need to go a little bit lower.
Yeah, but where is his tag team partner? Because I know the face, I just don't know the name.
Think of him wearing pink. Part of the Heart Foundation.
Oh my god.
Yeah?
He is the last. Okay. Do you know what? I'm happy with that.
I've forgotten his name, but that's who that is, isn't it? I'm sure
It is. Yeah. It's, well, just assume it is. So
What's his name? That's annoying me now.
yeah, exactly. It's like we know that face, and this going through this list before I started the episode, like I double checked everyone. I knew everyone, but this one person, I can't find his face on Google, and I don't remember his name, but I know his face.
Let's go. Oh yeah, I found the exact picture as well. If you look on the Hall of Fame, that's the picture from the Hall of Fame.
Ah, okay.
100%.
So
Jim the Anvil Neidhart.
Jim the Anvil, yes.
I should have remembered Anvil, but yeah, that's who that is.
Right.
He was good as well, but not quite as good as Bret Hart, but he was really good as a tag team.
Is one more rule that I'm going to throw in now, and I left it out specifically because we had two choices for our goats. You chose State
Mr. Perfect.
and
Henning, HBK.
I chose Roman Reigns and The Undertaker. Those two were for us to confirm 2 slots. However, we have 3. And this last one, we need to agree on the GOAT. Someone that isn't in the GOAT list. So someone who's in S, basically, to move up to GOAT. And I will put them down here. We pick 2 each, and then we argue. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So you pick one person first from S.
One person from S that could potentially be GOAT as well.
And do you know what? Just to make things
so many
a bit more clearer, I'll empty a blank row, and we'll just put GOAT, just basic GOAT.
So is this somebody that's higher than them, or
someone that's on the same ranking of these, in our opinion? But we're just putting one person in there. But for now, we're going to put 2 each, so 4 people in there, and then we'll move 3 down. So you pick one person from S, and then I'll pick. Then you pick. Then I'll
Eddie
pick.
Guerrero, just because of what he did for heels.
Okay,
it was just amazing.
I'm gonna pick John Cena.
Yeah,
it's in my opinion, it's the most obvious one to like try and talk about here.
Yeah.
Your next one,
Randy Orton.
I couldn't agree more. For my next one, I'm gonna have to say the Nature Boy. So here are 4 arguments. We've got Eddie Guerrero, John Cena, Randy Orton, and Ric Flair. Which one you get to pick, by the way? You get to ultimately pick, but you need to give a valid argumentative reason on why. So who would you get rid of first and put back into S?
Ric Flair. Ric Flair was great, but I think he went on too long without actually being able to do the job. For many, many, many years. I'm talking about when I was young watching it, and he was past his prime then. You look at Royal Rumble, it was like it was him and the British Bulldog in 1 and 2, and Ric Flair managed to win it. Come on. British Bulldog should have just picked him up, pressed him, and thrown him out the ring. And that didn't happen. And there was so many things. But the guy was old. He was out of shape. He didn't do a lot. The thing I did like about him was when he gets hit and he stumbles and falls flat on his face. That's one of the best things of all time. I love that. That the Flair flop is just one of the greatest things in wrestling. But I wouldn't call him a GOAT just because he went on too long past his prime, and they kept having to get him to win matches in weird and wacky ways, which didn't make sense.
I mean, for his age and what he did in WWE, to get 16 world champions is...
Oh, he did amazing, but he should have... Yeah. They shouldn't have let it carry on quite that long in the way they did. He should have been more of a manager or something like that, but he just went on too long, sort of dwelling on the past, like, oh, he's one of the best of all time. he can't lose this one. It's like, yeah, but he should have. You know.
So, who's your next to demote back to S?
Oh.
I think it's hard now. It's really hard.
This is where it gets hard. John Cena.
Ooh, okay. Argumentative reason?
One, I think for GOAT, it needs to be dedication to wrestling.
He was dedicated.
He was, but I think the end of his career has been a bit disappointing.
I will agree with you there.
The whole
last
gimmick
5
of him
years was
being,
very crap.
yeah, and obviously he's been doing acting and everything else and stepping away, which it's fair enough. That's what do, but he shouldn't have then come back. He should have stayed away with everything intact. But when he's come back, it's been a bit of a joke. It's still been okay, but you can see he's struggling with some of it. The storyline I thought was a bit shit, with the whole Rock thing and him turning heel. It never felt right. They should have kept him as he was. They tried to go with the shock value because obviously, there was all the, all the charity stuff he's done and all the kids looking up to him. And for him to suddenly turn heel for no apparent reason, it was just stupid. I just didn't enjoy it. So for me, that takes him out of GOAT.
Okay. And now it's your ultimate debate. Eddie Guerrero or Randy Orton to join our GOATs?
As much as I'd like to put Randy Orton in there, it's just Eddie, just because what he did for the bad guy. Randy Orton, don't get me wrong, has done a lot for being a heel. The amount of careers he's ended with the RKO, it's how he started his career, was going against Jake the Snake Roberts and everyone else and beating them and showing that he's like the up and coming new guy and he can beat all the old guys. But it was beating up a bunch of old guys.
Fair enough.
Which is a bit, whereas Eddie Guerrero, everything he did was completely in character. Every storyline was entertaining. Every beef he had with anyone, with obviously Rey Mysterio, was absolutely classic. And against Big Show, that was some of the best ones where Big Show kept stealing his food. So he spiked his food with laxatives, and then Big Show's in the toilet. So then he comes in and smashes the door down on his head and runs off. It's those moments like that nobody else ever got close to. That I just think it just makes him just like, just absolutely unbelievable. And his wrestling ability backed everything up that he said as well. He was such a phenomenal wrestler. He was an amazing wrestler, even before doing all the gimmicky stuff. But the fact he could do the gimmicky stuff, talk the talk, and walk the walk as well, the guy was a complete package in every respect. It was just amazing.
He was the perfect wrestler.
Exactly. That's why he has to be one of the GOATs, because he was. Everything he did was timed perfectly. The moves he did were amazing. The suplexes he'd do, the jumping from the top ropes, the splashes, everything he did was calculated and perfect. But then he'd also have some fun. And it was believable that he was that bad guy. But you loved that bad guy. He wasn't evil. He was doing it because he could get away with it, and it's a bit cheeky. And that's what I think works. You love to hate the guy. He could beat your favorite wrestler and you still love him.
Oh, God, yeah.
That's what I think.
So, our GOATs, our S, our A, B, C, D, and Goldberg.
Anyone missing from there, do you think? Other than ones we've always...
Oh, yeah, there's so many wrestlers.
There's so many. There's Big Boss Man, Sergeant Slaughter,
the British Bulldog, Arn Anderson,
Iron Sheik.
Yep, the Iron Sheik, Vince McMahon himself. There's a lot of people missing from this list, but it's a nice, well-rounded list in my opinion.
It's quite interesting because it's got some good names on there that you won't necessarily expect, some old ones. And
it's a very nice mixture.
Loads not on there, and there's loads back in the day.
Like we've got Bruno Sammartino, that's first gen, and then we've got Golden Gen with Hulk Hogan and Macho Man, Randy Savage, and Ultimate Warrior. Then we've got the Attitude Era, then we've got the PG era, and now we've got this era. So we've got a nice.
But for me, it's the Hulk Hogan era. Well, the later, not kind of the initial Hulk Hogan, but Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior era that I watched most. So
Yeah, so it would be called the Golden
Jim,
Era.
Hacksaw Doug, and all people like that.
Yeah, Golden Era
on there. That's the kind of era that I remember most because I grew up watching it. That's when I really got into it. So it'll be interesting to see that list.
Right. A little bit long, but a fun one.
Fine. Yeah, it's interesting.
It's been a very fun one. I've really enjoyed your our little debates here and there. So for future reference, where can people find you, mate?
If you want to find me on the internet, you can find me on YouTube and It Wasn't My Fault, or WMF Reacts, which is my music reaction channel, and occasionally on Twitch under the name Nukami.
You can find me on YouTube at The Watch Assassin 998 or on Twitch, The Watch Assassin 9982480. Enjoy WrestleMania this weekend when you see this Saturday and Sunday. And until next time, I've been Josh.
And I've been Nathan.
And bye-bye.
See you later.